Well, good afternoon. Fire Chief Jason Brolin, West Kelowna Fire Rescue. Late last night, we were advised by the BC Wildfire Service that the McDougall Creek fire had increased in intensity and was growing. There was a recommendation made for an evacuation alert from the BC Wildfire Service, and upon receiving that recommendation, I asked that our Regional Emergency Operations Centre be activated in order to disseminate that information. That took place last night. The result was an evacuation alert that covered approximately 4,800 homes, 10,000 people within the jurisdiction of the City of West Kelowna, Westbank First Nation, and the Regional District of Central Okanagan. So an evacuation alert is a reminder to the public that we are facing a risk and they need to take the time to get prepared in case they need to leave their homes. So obviously today the fire behind our communities continues to grow. We've just returned from an overview of the fire and I had the opportunity to see it firsthand. This will be a very large fire behind our community. There is some risk to the community, hence the evacuation order or alerts that have been put into place. I expect today that we will see evacuation orders, not for the entire alert area, but for portions of it, the portions that we've deemed most at risk. So we are being supported incredibly by the BC Wildfire Service. This fire is a priority for them, as evidenced by the amount of air support that is on the fire, as well as ground crews that are out there fighting this fire. There is nothing being held back to try and gain control of this fire, but the conditions today, this morning, are very challenging already, and we expect that winds will increase, which will increase the size of the fire and increase the complexity and challenge that the firefighters face on the ground today. So our plan, as I noted, is to continue to assess the fire, to work alongside our partners at the BC Wildfire Service. They have numerous resources deployed in the backcountry fighting this fire. In terms of West Kelowna Fire Rescue, we have our staff out in the neighborhoods that are on evacuation alert. They're doing patrols. They're speaking with people about fire smarting their homes, those last minute actions that they can be taking. But there's also an immense amount of planning that's going on. Our EOC is fully activated. All of our local government staff, our public works, the RCMP, the ambulance service, are talking about plans should this fire come into our community. And we're really looking at the same priorities we look at every time: the safety and health of the public, hence the evacuation alert and orders which will come today. We're also looking at protecting critical infrastructure. Our power line and our water treatment plants are key to our community functioning, so we will pull out all stops to protect those, and those plans are in place now. The people are on the ground doing that protection this afternoon. And we will also look at how do we protect people's property. So looking at are there targets that we can sprinkler houses, for example, to protect the property there. That work is in the planning phases. We're not likely to see sprinklers going on buildings until evacuation orders are in place and the public has left the area. So that's something that will come later on. We have an incident command post established here, and that is staffed by BC Wildfire, RCMP, West Kelowna Fire Rescue. Westbank First Nations has representatives here, the ambulance service, the BC Wildfire Service. There's a number of us based out of here putting the plans into place and doing our best to make sure this doesn't affect our community. So,
Flew over the fire. Can you just describe what you saw?
Yeah, what I saw was a rapidly growing fire in the backcountry. The fire presently is moving away from the city, which is a positive. But it's very rugged terrain back there. It's very steep. There's a number of draws that the fire will burn through. However, as the wind changes, we expect the direction of the fire to change as well, and likely could come towards the community at that point, hence our level of concern.
At this point, how far in proximity is the fire kilometer-wise to the nearest residents?
We're between 2 and 4 kilometers. The boundary isn't a hard one. It's not like there's a subdivision. There's a number of rural properties, farms, cabins, that type of thing that would be the first to be affected. So, we're working hard to get that measurement. But it is close enough to the community that our level of concern is very high, hence the evacuation alert and potential orders.
When do you expect to put these orders out?
I think, we're watching the winds very closely this afternoon. They're expected to start at any time, and the ferocity of the winds will really drive us moving to an evacuation order and taking some more steps in order to protect the properties that could be affected first.
So right now the wind is going against the city, but you do anticipate it to start to blow and have the fire move closer to the city? Is that
Yeah, very light winds and terrain are carrying the fire away from the city right now. But still, it has the potential to be a very big fire burning right on our doorstep, and it likely will be by the end of the day. However, the wind, our concern is wind that drives it towards the city, and we are preparing for that.
Thank you very much, Jason.
Okay. Thanks, guys.